Hey everybody, I just wanted to start off by saying thank you for all the support that you've been giving me, and I am back. As you can see, I'm making really neat rigs right now, and soon I have plans to do other things, such as adding a subscription to get access to other materials other than this just Smash models. Since Smash is coming to an end, a lot of people don't really care about Smash as much as they did back in the day. But I do plan on releasing extra content for the Smash characters in this new rendition. So, with this addition to my services, models like Lucina and everything will get a overhaul. The first one of Lucina EX model will be available for free, but starting from now on and onwards, the EX models will have uh, unique things, and I thought I would take just some time to show you a little behind the scenes, which you don't see. I never showed a back of a picture, because usually all the capes have the emblem and all that. But if you take a look over to these two, you see that these have the dragon symbol and the sacred eyes of the three clans. So that's a feature that isn't noticeable right off the bat. But I don't know exactly what they represent. Besides, I know that this one represents where Corin and them are from. But this one, I believe, is like Byleth, the three houses, the shadow people that trapped Byleth in the trailer of Smash. But I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. So anyway, and each one of these characters have their own expression on their face, unnoticeable for a lot of my characters posing. Like, for example, this one has a mad, upset face, while this one, on the other end, has a more normal, neutral, upset face. And this one's blushing. This one you can't see from far away, but she's actually mad. So anyway, I'm still working on the EX model. She's coming along greatly. Anyway, but this is a little behind the scenes of what you don't typically see for the models posing material. For example, this one has the usual Lucina put her sword in a sheath and pulls it out again, while this one has her hand on a sheath with the other hand, but the other hand mirrored, just the same. So yeah, there's a lot of subtle differences, much like this hand with the sword, and then this hand is a free hand. So yeah. Anyway, hope you like that deep dive into Lucina. Uh, little mod pack. I might do a little bit more of these just to show off what the models posing actually go into detail of what they actually showcase and all that. And I might even make it interesting, like going over each and every pose uh, in the center of the map, so we can do a full rotation around them. Make sure that the cape is centered mainly around the center. All these capes are calm though. Some of these are holding their previous forms. But I can't control it. It must be stuck inside the hair. Anyway, this is this display up is stuck inside the hair. This is just a display of what the models have been upgraded to. This is not the upgraded model because these don't have movable eyes. The eyes are still the same as before. I'm just noticing something, and I hope it doesn't carry on to other models. Hold on. Oh, okay, no mind. I see what's happening. I know what it is. In certain positions cause the layering to be offset. You won't have that problem. You won't have this problem with the other model. I never noticed it because I never took the camera around the model as uh, after posing. So anyway, I am back and I am going to be doing a whole lot more of these videos like this. And then after I'm done with like videos like this, showcases, I wanted to move on to tutorials. But I wanted to make a few tutorials in advance, just so I can have like a standard and not just build up as I go along. Even though that's basically what I have in mind. It's to just build it up as I go along. So nothing is set in stone. Everything is all random. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. But anyway, the main thing is the subscription will be uh, somewhere around $15, and I might date myself here, but it's gonna be was gonna increase when I did extra stuff, but I decided to keep it 15 instead of what was it 1350. Half of the full service that you see in the other area. Half of the full service. Oh, it's the backbone being clipping, pushing the bones into the center. That's what's happening. Yeah, because the shoulder bone and everything is more prevalent. Okay, I understand now. I forgot to turn off the physical collision. Physical collision display. Anyway, I hope you like what you see. Uh, I know that every pose. And by the way, I actually want to go through this. Uh, do, 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 do. This is not a mirrored model, hence everything buckle and the sash, the hand and everything is the same as all the other models. But if I move this arm, dun dun dun, the sword moves with it. So in other words, the sword is connected to the right hand still. So I had to manually move this sword into place to what you see before you. That way, that's why if you look closely, it's not perfectly in her hand. However, if you zoom out, it mirrors this sword down to a Pacific T. Can't do the difference, can you? Barely. The angle is tipped slightly. It's turned, twisted to see the opening. Yeah, you can barely tell the difference. Same with the sword. These two. Um, and this one, uh, the right hand is taking control and moving it forward, and you can see the bubble is pushing the fingers outward. And the other one, the left hand is taking the forward position, but it's still being controlled by the right. But I still managed to get the bubble of the hand in the right area. So it still looks completely mirrored. It was a little hassle on her trying to get a mirrored model to look right and function properly with the same hand or the same pose, because in reality I don't have swords on both hands. It's something I could do just to make switching hands or switching side a little easier, because she's not just like Mars and Roy and them. They don't switch hands when they turn around. They're not always facing the front. They show their back, because that is the reason behind that is because they have the sword in one hand and they can't mirror it. But yeah, um, so we could go over a few facial options since there isn't any tutorial on Oh, I'm stuck on you. Bless you. Should notice because it has blush right there. Anyway, this one you can. I also edited the blush to match the cheeks. I still yet to do the little pucker cheeks with a like a blowing type thing. Like she's like mad but frustrated with puckered cheeks. Anyway, I'm going over EX model and stuff. Not important. But what I also wanted to do was have uh the mask in one hand and have her pose like that. But I decided to go with mask on, mask off, sword out, sword in, something like that. The other one, the EX model, will show up as the ultimate form of the body. If I can get a good render, I'll mimic it the best of my abilities to get it correct. Anyway, smash eyes. Now these will have a slight blur between them when coming out, like that. But the other eyes, the EX model will not have that. It will switch to it instantaneously. Wink. Now let's take this blush off. Aiming up. Also, what you notice, the light manipulation is, well, that makes it difficult to find. Let's see. This is 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 from the light. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why it wasn't selected anyway. Usually when I select the effect, yep, I got the right one. So anyway, usually when I set an effect, it'll select the model that it's on, and I'll be able to set the effect on the model starting off. It'll basically be highlighted already. But since I guess this is a loaded project, it's not set on what model I'm on exactly. But with this adult shader, which sharpens lighting and makes them smoother, you can see that the eyes, the nose, and then the mouth are separated. The nose is connected to the dome, the head, and the body, and the eyes layer are cut out and the mouth is cut out because they have different expressions inside the game. So these things also have different mapping So I couldn't just go in and fuse all of them together, even though that would be nice. They share the same texture layout, because if I remove the effect, you can see that the smoothness of the textures, they run into each other perfectly. They run into each other perfectly without any cuts. So if I did fuse them like Sephiroth, uh, um, they would have less lines and stuff. But even if I did fuse them together, they would still have this line across them. But I know a quick and easy way to get rid of that line. So the EX models will have that line going for the most part. I can't promise you that it will be completely going, but for the most part, it will look a lot more smoother than this. I should have had the EX model finished before recording, but I jumped the gun and wanted to show you what I have right now. Well, not everything, because I'm not showing off the EX model. Doubt. And blank. Up. I made sure to get the eyebrows, uh, the the skin of the eyebrows to go match the eyelashes. Uh, Usually, that causes some problem. For example, if I go down, uh, the shadow for the hair goes down as well because it's mapped to the eyebrows. But it doesn't cause that much problem unless you uh, manipulate it like this. See? You can see it slowly moving forward. Which cuts off this bang right here that comes down. Yeah. Oh, I just thought about something. I wanted to add a few more moving parts on our face. So it might take me a little bit longer to the 30th to actually finish Lucina. But, which isn't long from now, from this recording. But anyway, I hope you guys really like my attention to detail, even the disgust look at this model. This is really mad. It takes that to make it actually mad. And let's see, one last one. And smile. All these things will be tested in this format, and I'll make adjustments accordingly to make sure that it doesn't look as creepy as it does now. I did make adjustments to Smile and a few other things already. It's just that when I rotated the cheeks, it created a crease to where the previous position of the cheek isn't low enough. So, yeah, it, it increased in height. Oh boy, I never knew it looked so creepy. This is my first time seeing it along with you. Hope you enjoyed. Enough of that. One more of that. That's all I got to offer. And you will look completely different because you is looking a little bit like O. So OS has been changed and you is completely different. You looks like an actual you. The only difference is it looks a little bit more sharper. So, yeah. And the dragon cell looks more like a chicken, but it's a dragon. Tail by the scale. Anyway, I hope you guys like this type of content, because there will be a lot more of it. Just to show off a few of the background features of the expressions they might have, uh, the subtle changes that I added, and that you wouldn't notice right off the back. Like, for example, her eyebrows are confused. I should show that off. Confused. Eh? So, anyway, backslash. This has been a behind the scenes and a welcome back for me. But we'll go out today. And hopefully I'll be done with the X models prematurely sure soon. Sooner than usual. Than what I had planned. But since I do have plans to move these hair pieces a few more flocks, unlike these, it might take me a little bit more longer than what I assume. So look forward to that. Look forward to a lot more characteristics being done for this model. Ideas flow in as I work on it. That's usually why it takes me so long to finish a model, because I get ideas as I work on the model, and I hate when that happens. And so when I finished the model, it's some other features I was thinking about adding and manipulating. Woo! Woo! Anyway, and I thought this piece was 3D like the other uh mod pack Lucina, but this one is actually it's 3D parts, but they're smoothing. For example, this is not 3D, but it does become 3D up top here. Not really that noticeable. See, it actually becomes 3D and gets chopped off. They have really good attention to detail. You wouldn't notice a lot of things with these type of models. And no, I did not take away the sharpness of the cut. I kept it in there because it looks like an actual mask, like an actual sharp cut. Okay, anyway, just rambling about stuff I didn't do and things I will do. But I would not be changing the mask. The main changes are the expressions with the lips. I added a few extra stuff with the lips, and I changed a few things with the eyes. The typical things that I usually have with a humanoid EX model. I did, however, fix the teeth. Um, I should make another video on this just to show the difference. I might, so I'm not going to go too far into detail, but you don't see the gums as fast or as quickly as you do here. But that was my limitation when I was editing this model. I didn't want to show the gums too much, so some things got strucken down. She's not going all out like that, like this. She's not doing that. It's not wide enough. Anyway, man, the time I spent on these models are just insane. I started on the second for Lucina. I started her before the second, actually. 11/2/2021. But that's when I created a model and rigged it. Um, but the other portions of this model was done with uh, was done at other times. But it took me a full month to actually finish editing a few things. Like the lasso. I made sure her hair wasn't too flowy. Simply because some flowy hair gets stuck in different positions. So I made sure that it's just the right amount of flowy. You might have a little problem turning her. For example, the bangs that comes down like this one. That's why I have the shoulder part right there. So when when she does turn her head, I'll go to a better model. When she does turn her head, it goes over the shoulder. It goes over the emblem, over the shoulder, and then rests down below to her back. Alright, I rambled on long enough. I think this is a good video to just stop on. I'll go into more detail later on. Oh, small nitpicks and tweaks I did for the new one. But anyway, the main thing I wanted to go over with you is that these models takes a lot of time and effort that I do. And if you want to support me, like support my work and get your hands on a fixed up model that goes into a lot more detail, more so than what you see before you, then consider supporting me on DeviantArt. Support me by becoming a member or a subscriber, and you'll get access to models the day of you subscribing. But the sooner the better, because it's not the month before, it's the day of that you subscribe, and that is when you get your material. So if you subscribe after I release something, I may not release it unless it's going to be released on the model prior. This may change in the future depending on how many subscribers I get. But if it goes past, like, I say 20 subscribers, then I may change it into monthly. So you can get a full month before, so you can go a full month back before, it's not available again. So, and then the lowest tier that I'll offer will have, specifically, behind the scenes stuff and, no models at all. But this is just a way to get your hands on EX models and models that I put a lot more effort into, unlike the other models. So, with that, I hope you enjoy my future endeavors and my progression and making these models for you. And with that, I bid you all adieu. And what I was getting at the beginning of this video is that I'm going to be opening up a subscription service. And just like Patreon does their subscription service, you get access to secret stuff that maybe presented early, like a model that I previously was not able to release because of a simple error that made him useless in some cases. It's now going to be able to be released, so keep an eye out for that, and it will be a special release. Oh, well, since I have you here, I might as well just show you it. If you made it this far, you now know that the custom smash list, the custom list, will show you what model is coming up next according to the hype meter. Certain models are leveled in the hype meter that I want to work on, but this section in the on the website will show you specifically what model will be released next. For example, Lucina was before, she's released now, and a special release alongside a video will be premiering for the next release, and then Ken, and then Link, and then Pyra and Mithra, and Sora will be next. After Pyra and Mithra. So I hope that you look forward to that, and I'll show you how to get there if it'll load. Okay, one sec. Anyway, as I was saying before this thing cut me off, if you scroll down down to here, you'll see a custom list. This has the list of Brawl, a link to Brawl models, and a link to Smash Wii U models, well, hype meter, and here's the Brawl hype meter, by the way, if you want to get interested in the Brawl models. Just add this to your faves, and then I'll know that you actually want this inside your model list. I will be doing some special models in this version of the game soon enough. But these models will be handed out just like the EX models inside the new donation thing. And I can't move. Okay, no, I can't. Anyway, here is where you'll find the list. And Lucina has been done. And here's the subscription. So anyway, if you keep going down, you'll find a tier. And you see it's $25 a month for the full pack. However, if you see this, you'll see that it says soon. As in this tier right here, which you see before you, the Shadowless Wolf full pack, is not going to be available this year. And I'm not sure when it may be available. I was thinking next year, but it's still a few more things I wanted to do before releasing a pack upon this nature. But I do have plans for that. Keep this in mind when you do want to get all the things that have been mentioned in other packs, because this one will have most, if not even more, things inside of it. Since it's a full experience, and the price might go up to $30 instead of $25. But that if it's successful. But the tier that I'm offering right now is $15. Now, if I go back to the homepage, and scroll back down, you'll see that there's a special video coming out soon. So, special event, which is a special showcase of one of the models, and hopefully I'll be done with it by the showcase period. If not, then it will be moved until next year. So stay tuned until that. In the grand release of the subscription will be there soon. And depending on what type of tier you go for, I may have a specific tier planned out just for you. But right now, these tiers are subjective to change. Right now, they're cheap and affordable, but as time goes on, the full pack will probably become a lot more expensive, like double the amount of what it is right now, when I actually have double the amount of stuff inside of it. So it's gonna be like, I say, a quarter of the year before I actually increase the price. But pay no mind to this. I'm still working out the price for custom models and stuff. And I'm still doing tests on whether this actually fits and makes sense to me. So right now they're closed, and the ones I'm working on are going to be for specific groups of people that I personally like to an extent. So even though some recently let me down trust wise, but that's a whole different story of its own. Anyway, something I might do next here is put a little arrow before the name, like where is it? Actually, you know what? Yeah, an arrow like this. I might just put an arrow, moving arrow like this in front of the name, showcasing which model I'm working on next. And I'm putting this in a video because I know if I put it in text, most times it goes unread. Just like a long video like this, I've been going on for an hour now. It's going to be shut down to like a quarter of its time. It's just a few things I really wanted to show. So look forward to that, and read this over and look at the rule list here to understand most of everything. that is not that. This. No, not that. This. Look over the rule list here to understand most of everything that is going on up here. But I'll go over it real quick. This is number times that, like number, a star slash number plus number is how many that is there. For example, this one, the number is 7 aughts, is 1 to 7. So this one has all 7 aughts done, completed, and 1 out of 7. So that has then Joker is a good one to go by. I only did 2 of his odds and it says 100%. So this one has 2 of his odds done and it's completed 100%. And by the way, Terry Bogard is not completed. I opened his model, and it's several things that I changed recently that I'm still working on. I still just need to update this altogether, go over it profusely, and tweak everything that I have here. And let's see. Final Smash F plus is Final Smash, like plus Final Smash for the odd models and characters that transform or have items, like Snakes. Final Smash, really. He is right here. Snake. He is missing 1 item. He has 27 out of all his textures, odds, and he has even more when you count 27 plus the haircut model, and Final Smash, and items. Missing 1 item. I hate that, but it's the truth. But he has a custom haircut model. So that more than makes up for that missing item, right? But that missing grenade. I don't know why or how it happened, but the files that got sent over was a little rushed, and that was a horrible front on my part. And things happened, and yeah, I still want to give back to that person, so I'm just going to boost up their account randomly. Anyway, the person who helped me out on getting the snake model in general. Unlike the person who did not want to give the full mod to me, I don't know, he was thinking I would do something harmful to the model. Anyway, different story. Long story short, I got the model done and over with. And I'll do Snake next. I'll do Snake, a presentation of Snake next. And let's see, 0%, no, not in MD, but I have them. So, anyone that has 0%, I have Falco, I have Fox, Ganondorf, I do not plan on doing because Cross MD has already completed this model, and from the looks of it, he did a pretty good job. And Ganondorf isn't typically one of the characters I was looking forward to do. He has a cape, and I do not like models with cape. Personally, I do not like models with a lot of physical parts to them. Ganondorf is an exception because that's all he has that is physical. that has physics to it is just its cape. But just like any other thing, you have to rig it properly, or it will not look right or fit well within the community of non-cape models. So yeah, which reminds me, I need to fix up the cape on Lucina. So thank you for reminding me. I need to fix up the cape uh, uh, rig in general because all the bones are unnamed, and which equals out to the bones aren't categorized, so it doesn't have a slot inside MD when registering them. They're invisible. So I do not want invisible bones for my models. So look forward to that being fixed in the future. So anyway, let's see, 1% NMD not rigged. So this means I have the model Ken. I have the model NMD, and he's been rigged to a certain extent. He has all his aughts to most degree, and the only thing I'm missing is facials. So that's what Ken's missing right now. So he is rigged, has all aughts. That's why it's such high percentage. And someone like Isabel is completed, but has no items. No, don't have all of her items, and so I can't say that she's fully equipped with all her items. I might make her into a EX model just so I can have even more models added on to her. Uh, Even more items added on to her. But yeah. Uh, yeah. I'm not sure if I should or shouldn't do that. Leave a comment down below if you think I should. And not to go overboard with this, let's run through these things again real quickly. 100% is complete. That's understandable on its own. 100% complete plus, that means more than just the character. Complete plus is more than just character. That means like Snake here, or let's see, who else? Yeah, complete plus EX. Dark Samus. If you go to Dark Samus, we see that she has a dark form of Zero Suit Samus, which isn't canon, but she has dark form and she has a suit, fully bodied model of her inside her suit. Don't worry, it's not that side of this model. It's not being stretched. It's just the head inside the helmet. And you can go between the visors and not the visors that shows the face and not show the face. And visors, each visor is different on its own, and each visor has a smash visor. So each visor has its own glow to it. Plus the, I believe, yeah. Each visor has their own glow to it, equals out to its smash variant, final smash variant. Uh, So yeah. So that is being worked on, and complete plus school outfit. Joker is special because Morgana wasn't with them at first, but then I added his weapons and Morgana. So Morgana was added to this one from the previous uh thing, which might not make much sense now, but it makes sense now if you looked at it before. And I can't edit this because some of these things like this has changed and it's not available anymore for use. So enjoy this speech text thing while you still can, because this is probably the last time you'll see something like this. First it's question mark, exclamation mark, warp into our world, and it's Morgana. When I finish the models completely, that's when they'll get their complete link, because these are complete models that have everything that I need, that is 100% done to them in there. Also, he will not have, or did I? Did I make him have movable eyes? No, I didn't. He's more anime than Lucina, so he does not have movable eyes. So, yeah, some characters will, some characters will not have movable eyes. And if he did, it would be very complicated to move them. That's all I have to say for Joker. But if you guys want it, leave a comment in Joker's or in the hype meter. Leave a comment in the hype meter on what type of stuff you want to have an EX model done to them. And if it's formidable enough, I might do it. Like a redo of the model and add extra features, extra expressions that fits the character. So yeah. Here's the complicated ones. The dash, the squiggly to dash percentage, plus the box, means that it's not going to do, I'm not going to do or redo it. So, for example, Ganondorf has squiggly plus box, says played by someone else, cross MD, which means that I'm not going to redo it. I'm not going to do it at all, even if you ask me to. But however, 0% that has a percentage, not an X, which has a smooth box, prints quotations around it, means I may redo them. So, let's see. Here it is. Ike has parentheses around him. I really want his young form to be done over, and the Ike form that was completed by someone else has been deleted, and only the XPO NXP, was it whatever type of format that model is in, it's not in MD. It's in LoRa. That is XNL. I think it's XNL. Anyway, it's in one of those formats and it's not in MD. But that's why I say I might redo it myself and have Ike read. Oh, I might have Ike inside the redo. And these are also behind a phase meter that is behind. So it's like 80% behind its goal. But if this goal is reached to the 250 phase on this height meter, all of these models will be done over. Cloud was a dead given one. It's the same model, just recolored, so don't expect too much out of that. But Cloud is done with all of its textures and everything done inside there. And who else? We Fit Trainer. I started her, but I did not finish her. So she's in MD, but she's not complete. Uh, so yeah. So keep an eye out on the numbers and the zeros and the X's to find out by me that it's either going to be completed, in the process of being completed, or not going to be completed by me at all. King K. Rool is not going to be completed by me at all because of how high poly he is with all of his tech and gizmos that you can't normally see at all, but it's there. So, yeah, I decided that some things are not worth to redo, especially when I see that people have done that model justice. And if you're wondering who completed him, it was done by Sob64, but I'm not going to list everyone who completed the model unless asked otherwise. Um. Anyway, subscriptions will be out soon, and so keep an eye out for these, and I hope you enjoy whatever I put out next in the future. And until then, I'll catch you guys later. And as always, hope you all enjoy. Martine.